Welcome, friends. It's the Grumpy Old Man, broadcasting from WDWL TV, Studio B, on Grumpy Vulture Boulevard. And all right. We are a division of Grumpy Vulture Productions. Oy vey. You're going to give him the double stink eye? You're going to give him the double stink eye? Give him one, give him the other. All right. Oh, profile? Yeah, we know. All right. That's enough. Come on. That's it. Back in your cage. Well, I'll tell you. Things today never cease to amaze me. Technology is just... Speaking of technology, we took the Mystic White pearlescent and I'm experimenting with this one. It appears the settings are the same. So we have gray mic. I don't know if they have a fancy name, probably Galactic Gray or something. I don't know. Things that just, back in the day when I first got into computers, computers were big boxes and, I had the monitors were CRT, looked like television sets, and weighed about as much as a engine block from an old Pontiac. And, like today, data storage. Yeah. Like this. Look at this. It's little. And the thing that is amazing, this little device right here, this little itty bitty device, holds almost as many books as one section in a library. It's amazing. This little, carry it in your pocket, It even has a little zippy tab you put on your keychain. And then, where is it? There we go. This little itty bitty, that little chip, that little wafer, 64 gigabytes of storage, that little itty bitty wafer. And 64 gigabytes is, I could probably put every file that I've ever had from when I graduated high school. Every piece of mail, it's just, I just as you see white lights today, I decided we'll try it. And these are low. Here, let me show you how scary this light gets. Who wants to see the grumpy old man in that much light? Now, back in the late 80s, I was doing a lot of photo work. And a friend of mine says, you know, you don't want to store that stuff on the hard drive in your computer. Because if your hard drive ever takes a shit, everything you've got is lost. I said, well, what am I going to store it on? He says, an auxiliary hard drive. I said, an auxiliary hard drive? He says, yeah, an external. It plugs into your computer, and then, you know, it'll say download to item E, and then your files will go into your external hard drive. That way, if your main hard drive takes a shit, you have everything. Well, you know, back in the 90s, the auxiliary hard drive that I had to store files was about the size There we go. It was the size of this box, okay? It was the size of this box. And it was like 200 gigabytes. Yeah, like 250 gigabytes. That was that big box. Now, that was enough for me to store my photos. But, you know, it was, as a matter of fact, it not only had a hard drive in it, it had a cooling fan in it. It was in this big box, and it had the hard drive and a cooling fan. Well, it weighed about as much as a brick. But, you know, that was a lot better than chancing having my hard drive take a shit in my computer, because then you get nothing. So, I've been testing out several cameras and taking a lot of pictures that I want to keep. And I remembered, don't store them in the computer hard drive. Get an external. So, I order an external hard drive. Okay? You with me? This external hard drive was like $31. Back in the 90s when I had that monstrosity, it was like 160. It arrived today. It's so light, I thought it was empty. I thought it was just a case. External hard drive, okay? Says right on there. External hard drive. Okay? It holds a terabyte. This little thing, if I remove the cable, it goes right in my pocket. I can carry a terabyte of data in this little tiny box. And it weighs nothing. I thought it was empty. I actually took the screws out and took the end off, and I went, there's a bunch of shit inside this case, but it weighs nothing. Terabyte of data in this little tiny case. $30. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I couldn't believe it. I just could not believe it. And it's USB 3.0. Super speed. This little tiny, that weighs nothing. I swear my pack of cigarettes weighs more than this terabyte. I will never fill this. Never. You know how much data a terabyte is? And the strange thing is, this was the small one. For $62, I could have got 2 terabytes. For $99, 3 terabytes. In an external hard drive this tiny. I can almost imagine in 10 years, we will be storing like 50 terabytes on something this tiny. I was like, damn it, ain't nothing inside this thing. And then I opened it up, and I was like, yep. Terabyte. Unbelievable. Let me plug the cable back in so I don't lose it. Yep. And even after I looked inside, I plugged it in to my computer, and I checked, and it said 1 usable terabyte available. Technology, just, it amazes me. And for the price, I just was utterly shocked when I got this. Because I was like, it's empty. They ripped me off. It's just the storage case. Nope. Everything's in there. Like they say in that one commercial, it's in there. Terabyte. Unbelievable. Utterly unbelievable. Technology. Same thing. I have an external power pack. Okay? External power pack. Solar chargeable. Chargeable with USB and solar. I took this thing one day. And my phone was dead. I plugged my cell phone into this. In 20 minutes, the phone was fully charged, and this thing still had 3 lights. It tells me that basically if I was to run a USB item off of this, 96 hours of power in this little box. Amazing. I carry it with me to charge my cameras but yeah. What amazes me even more auxiliary power pack. Charged my cell phone in half an hour and still had 70% power. Unbelievable. Just utterly unbelievable. What is it? It's what's the name of it? Power bank. Yeah, okay. Same thing. It's size of that computer. Yeah. What? And the amazing thing is, this little machine has got more power than that big box that I'm running off of right now. This little... I got the idea for getting one of these when I went to my doctor's office. And on the back of the monitor on his desk was a little box like this. And I says to him, what's that box hanging on the back of your monitor? He said, oh, that's the computer. No, it can't be. Yep. Look, you see, I got 8 gigs of memory. 8 gigs. And 500 gigs in the hard drive. Plus it's got Windows 10 Pro, built-in Wi-Fi. I don't have the antenna on it. But yeah. Built-in, everything. As a matter of fact, I have a bracket that came with it to hang it on the back of my monitor. So what I did was I ordered short cables. Because who wants all them frickin' cables wound up on the back of the... Yeah, I ordered short 1-foot cables to go from the monitor to plug in. Amazing technology. And I was watching a science and technology program the other night. And in China, they are experimenting with a terabyte of storage computer with 10 gigs of RAM that is the size of a cell phone. A computer that's got more than that. That is the size of a cell phone. Unbelievable. Technology just amazes me. I don't like the white lights. Too bright. So I'm debating whether to go back to blue or go back to red. The orange was kind of, although I am looking. I have some green plastic sheets. And if I can find, I will, my little bandsaw, I will cut little green plastic inserts for the lights and try green. But yeah, the white's too. Matter of fact, let me kick one of these off. There. Even that's too bright. I can wait until I get the big boy. I think I located a stand for the big boy. I got to dig it out tomorrow because I want to experiment with that. Although, one thing I can say about that big light, it's multi-adjustable. I can crank it down. Plus, it's got soft white lighting. You can switch it from daylight to soft white to hard white. So, I just wanted to get on and talk about my neat external hard drive. I was blown away. And speaking of blown away, I'm going to blow myself away here and go start dinner. Where's my clicker? I always lose my clicker. What? Not so much the clicker. The mouse pointer. We'll see how this microphone does. If it works as well as the white one, I'll keep this one for a while. But with that, friends, I will chat with you tomorrow. Am I on the... I got to hit the finish.